What is up, everyone? It's Nathan Modern from Canadian Cannabis Society, the one and only. I have a new EP coming out. You can pre-order that today. It's called Jaded. You can search it on the internet. MDRN, aka Modern without the vowels. Come on. It's called Jaded. Pretty jaded, you know. This time of year, not. It's a good tune, trap tune, good times, go check that out. And I have a little Patreon that you can go sign up to, patreon.com/Canadian Cannabis Society. Okay, you can go join and get some VIP access and see behind the scenes. You can get access to the Discord goodies, you know, the stuff that the other people don't get access to, you know. The good goods. Yeah, you already know. So, without further ado, we shall get into... I'm gonna make your day a little bit better before I ruin it. Jamal Hinton. Okay? I don't know if you know Jamal. I don't know if these people look familiar to you, but they look familiar to me. If you use the internet since 2016. Pretty much every single news organization have interviewed these people because of their story back in 2016 when Wanda sent Jamal a text thinking that it was her grandson, and Jamal asked for a selfie. Wanda sent a selfie back, and that created this sparked a relationship for the ages. So since 2016, these two have been meeting up since Thanksgiving, if you didn't already know. And guess what? We have the update that Grandma Wanda has invited him over again for another year of joy, an American Thanksgiving story, happily ever after. And that's how we'll start today's show. I hope you Americans get your turkeys in. I went to America, and you can get the turkey on a stick like you would get popcorn or something. Yeah, it's a delicacy, and it's a big, giant chicken wing, giant turkey leg, turkey wing. Imagine getting a big box of 12 turkey wings. You're like, yeah, America, or I wonder if they have that. You know, that'd be dope. I'd eat that. No, I wouldn't be able to eat all of it. I'd definitely eat some of it. I love barbecue chicken wings. Yeah. Anyways, last time we were talking about Ethiopia and how there were rebels attacking the Ark of the Covenant in a church in Ethiopia. Over 800 people dying, protecting the Ark of the Covenant. And I go look at the news again today, and November 16 posted yesterday, there will be no airlift out of Ethiopia. U.S. urges Americans to leave Ethiopia now. Alright. So I think it's super crazy seeing this after just doing my little news thing last time. Wasn't expecting this to pop up again. So it turns out the Biden administration is warning Americans in Ethiopia to evacuate immediately or risk being trapped if the civil war spreads to the capital. So we don't know much about this. Like, there's a lot that's not being said, I'll tell you that for sure, because finding out 800 people died in last November, literally last year, how many people that was just 1 month over one battle, like what, over how many other people, you know, this, I don't want to know. I don't think I want to know, you know. There's a ceasefire, I believe, right now, I'm sure somewhere. I don't know how accurate that is, but the TPLF, Tigray People's Liberation Front, which dominated Ethiopia's government before being pushed aside by the Abiy in 2018. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. ABIY. they've allied with the Oromo Liberation Army, the Tigray People's Liberation, under the banner of ethnic self-determination against Abiy's vision of a strong central state. So this is just politics, obviously. It's always politics, but land affects the people. People are the politics, so this is why it matters to everyone. Well, a lot of people just be like, yeah, we're in North America, who gives a fuck? Yeah, totally, I agree. So if you're in Ethiopia, maybe it's time to boogie out of there. If you're North American. Now, if you're Ethiopian and you're watching this, I hope there's peace that comes to your country. It looks super beautiful there. It would definitely be a cool place to visit. I'm not a political person. I would just go to the beach, and I would maybe go try and DJ some of the events there. But other than that, I wouldn't get too involved in any freedom fighting. But on another note, coming back to America, there's been some vials labeled smallpox that have been found at a vaccine research facility in Pennsylvania, straight from the CDC. They're saying these vials labeled smallpox have been found at a vaccine research facility in Pennsylvania, and they were frozen. And the person was wearing a mask, and they were wearing goggles. They were wearing protective gear when they found it. They were incidentally discovered. So that makes you think, these aren't smallpox vaccinations. This is smallpox, the actual disease. Okay. It was eradicated in 1980 by the World Health Organization. It was known as a variola. And that is super scary. It makes if you use your imagination, it makes you want to stop using your imagination, because you can just see or just think of how easily something might have gotten mixed together or something. How is that even possible? There's a show called Dr. Death, and it's about doctors in America and how there's surgery complications. There's more surgery complications from malpractice, and that have gone unnoticed in America, that have come into light in the past probably 30 years. And it's kind of scary to think about. So, when you think about a variola in a freezer with sociopath who doesn't think that they're doing a bad job and maybe is crazy and has some ideas to, even with the positive, I want to cure something, and then it goes wrong, and then COVID. Not saying it's American, but I don't know where I came from. Next up, we have the definition of fully vaccinated is changing to 3 COVID-19 doses. No longer just 1 jab. So this is happening right now. What it means to be fully vaccinated is changing. So if you want to go out and use the bars, use the theaters, use the concert halls, use these things, it's happening right now. And so macaron, sorry. So by December 15th, anyone over the age of 65 will need a 3rd dose to revalidate their vaccination pass in France. This is straight from President Emmanuel Macron. So in Israel, unless you received your 2nd dose of COVID-19 vaccine within the last 6 months, you now need a 3rd dose to become eligible for a green pass, which allows entry to gyms, restaurants, and other venues like concert halls and comedy clubs and DJ raves. Maybe not raves, because they're probably underground, but theaters, you want to go watch a movie, you're probably gonna need to go be vaccinated, right? You know how many of these older folks are going into coffee shops, getting coffees and just chilling? I don't know the statistic. But I know there's definitely people going to bars, and it's gonna be, I don't know how many people support the second or third jab. You know, I know why you get the second and third, because your immunity, it goes down over time. It doesn't go out of your system completely, but it, over a few months, the amount of vaccination that is in your system protecting you quite literally goes down. I think it's about 10 to 20% per cycle, and once you get in between like 60 or 70%, you need a booster before and then that will bring you back to 100% immunity, and that's why those boosters exist. And you know, it's cool to see. It's cool to see, but it's not cool to see. I like the time that we live in, so that's why I say that. I don't wish that I lived in any other time. That's why my DJ name is Modern. And I'm just appreciating the world we live in. I choose to want to smile rather than cry. And don't mean to make to bring some of this negativity. It's not negativity, it's facts, you know what I mean? Drug overdoses, deaths have topped 100,000 annually for the first time, driven by fentanyl, CDC data shows. So this is showing a light into how we've been feeling in the past couple years. You know, me myself, smoking cigarettes, I've been probably smoking more weed. I mean, weed isn't that bad. I mean, it kind of kills cancer and like helps epileptic patients, and it fucks some people up, excuse my French. But more people have, you know, gotten into alcohol, and alcoholism is a lot more dangerous than certain things. And we're not talking about what is more dangerous than the other. We're talking about the fact that the past 2 years have been affected us all as a group, mentally, physically, in all different ways. And some people prevailed, and a lot of people, you know, fell back on their demons. You know, some people's demons rose, and we can see it right here. Here's the fact that there's more overdoses. Because, you know, also, this is also a fact that, you know, because shipments have stopped between the countries, there's not actual cocaine that's being shipped around. There's not actual clean drugs that's actually being shipped around. So now, during a pandemic, is not a good time to be a drug user. You know, that'll be kind of scary if you're trying to get like that pure Peruvian. You know, if the shipping, if it's hard to ship things and there's shortages, then it's gonna become a lot more dangerous to use these substances, right? So that's my 2 cents on that and why that's happening. Speaking of 2 cents, we have this fellow right here, this handsome looking fellow. Who's this guy? If you don't recognize him, this video was released April 25th, 2005. I think this is one of the first videos that was put on YouTube. It was uploaded by Jawed. This is actually, drumroll, kind of looks like me. He is the co-founder of YouTube. Him and a few friends, I believe, got together and put together YouTube as a video streaming platform. And clever guy, obviously. And this is his video, and he talks about elephants and elephant tusks. And in the same video, he went back and he edited the description. You could read it yourself. It's called Me at the Zoo by Jawed. Has 200 million views. Kind of hard to miss. You could probably search that yourself, but I'll post the link. He's saying that it's unethical to essentially take out the YouTube views. His final statement: in business, there's only one thing more important than make it better, and it's don't fuck it up. You know, and if there's taking out the dislike button is taking away one of the voices of the creators and the people who use YouTube, the users and the creators, because it's a way. It's like, how many people disliked the YouTube recap, and how many people, like, that wasn't bullying, that was sending a message. Like, come on. And now the people, the curators who are behind that are implementing exactly, it's not for, like, what? It's so obvious what is happening, imagine. And those people, not like your butt hurt, like, I'm sorry, like, nah, like, it's that you can't be butthurt over that, like, like, no offense to anyone who suffers from autism. I'm a little autistic myself, for sure, but you're not supposed to perpetuate this type of, emotional detachment. You're not supposed to. There is a disconnection that this is propagating, and it's making it fake. This fake, one-sided, open. It's no longer an open market. It will be a market for people who could afford likes, and it will look overly positive and not real. And that is what, it's not about just taking it out, it's about what it symbolizes, right? Like, if you're living in a life that's too positive, then you're not living in reality, right? And that is unconscious behavior. And if you're unconscious, emotionally detached, and willing to do things that affect people that is emotionally detached, then who's the fucking problem? Like, like, who has the fucking problem? Like, what? Then where is the issue? Like, does it need to be solved? Like, can you just let people live? Like, it didn't need to be fixed. But that's my 2 cents on the 2 cents about the 2 cents. And my 2 cents. Alright, King is here to say that he loves you, and he's here to say one of the most important things that we learned in the past few months is that you have to find your way to hell to learn how to get out of it. So, if I'm a creator and I'm trying to learn and I'm absorbing information, then if you're hiding information, then that erases an opportunity. Transparency. There's no transparency there, which hides information, which allows me to learn. So you can't hide something that is a great learning experience. It's the truth. It's the truth. If you're hiding the truth, then what are you doing? It's like, there should be a dislike button on Facebook, like, why not? Overly positive doesn't make sense. I think people on YouTube are similar to Reddit, where it's a balanced voting system. You get upvoted or you get downvoted, and it's fair, and it's cool, right? It's anti-spam. I've gotten a couple of accounts banned for trying to take advantage of Reddit, and they come back and they're proper. They're proper with their stuff. But there are a lot of weird negative people on there, that's for sure. But YouTube is a lot more like, people, you talk to these people's faces. These people come on camera. They're a lot more real. You can see them, you can see if they have a mask. You can read their body language, like Lombard's body language. No longer on YouTube. I wonder why. You wouldn't want someone to tell you how to read body language on YouTube. Tell you the truth about people. But I'm just here to give you the goods. Thank you so much for tuning in if you made it this far. Definitely go to patreon.com/Canadian Cannabis Society to get the VIP access and get behind the scenes stuff. And just support the cause. Just keep this going. If you liked it, thumbs up, subscribe, follow. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Nathan Modern from Canadian Cannabis Society, the YouTube channel, and I shall see you next time. Go pre-order Jaded as well. iTunes, Modern, Jaded. And Meta Love, low key. December 15th. Peace.